We're talking about, I said, I guess. Oh, thank you. This is Lava by D&D. You're the second person today to tell me that. We're talking about the full moon in Gemini. Yes. So, what is happening? It's next Sunday at 4:01 a.m. My mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. You're feeling the vibes. What are the vibes? Duality. Maybe a little confusion, communication, curiosity. Okay. What are we doing? We're letting go of mindsets that no longer serve us. We are scaling it in. We're trying to focus on something versus being a jack of all trades, even though that's not the real quote. I don't know if you guys know that, but whatever. For the sake of this, we'll just say we want to be a master of one. Okay. We want to lean more into the Sag energy of becoming the philosopher, the sage, the guru. All right. December 15th. We have this full moon at 23 degrees, 52 minutes. It's the last full moon of 2024. Yay! Woo, confetti. Okay, this is a tricky full moon. It's sweet but spicy. Why? Because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the trickster. Oh, 11 is the angel number, Dia. All right. The moon is kissing up on Jupiter. It's a wide orb, but still, right? We're doing it big because Jupiter makes everything big. We're going to be feeling this energy as we're leading up to the full moon. It's going to be amplified. Mercury will still be retrograde, so keep that in mind. It will station direct at 3:56 p.m., the same day as the full moon. Remember, I've been exhausted too, friend. The moon is conjunct Neptune right now. I think that's why everyone's tired, and it's in Pisces. There can be some confusion around personal relationships, right? The moon is relationships. Think about the moon. It's the mother. That's the first relationship you have with your mama, okay? Because your mama is like carrying you. Also, there is a lot of mutable energy in the sky. So we can be very non-committal and changeable. All right? So you may feel torn in terms of what you want to do, which way to go. That's kind of normal with this energy. Oh, the South Node. So maybe there's some karmic stuff that pops up. Acrylic Lilith. Acrylic Lilith. What's the astro T? The full moon is when the sun and the moon are in opposite signs at the same degree, right? They're in a tug of war. We want to meet somewhere in the middle. Now, normally we're releasing the full moon energy because a full moon is about releasing. So with the full moon in Gemini, we're kind of letting go of some of the Gemini vibes and leaning more into the Sagittarius vibes, right? We've got the big picture thinking with Sagittarius, and then we have the curiosity around the details with Gemini. Sagittarius is blessed with the vision, but sometimes they don't think about the execution. Most times, okay? Love to my Saggies. They don't know how we're getting from point A to point B. They just know we need to get to point B, right? Now, this is where Gemini's inquisitive mind is helpful because Gemini will bring some kind of strategy to achieve that plan. But Gemini energy can be all over the place. It could be chaotic. It could be a little flighty. How can we focus our attention to make things happen? What do? Full moons, again, are about surrender and letting go, releasing. This full moon is a culmination. It's the end of a cycle, right? If your wishes that haven't come true, it's time to check the root and see what's going on with the seeds that you planted. Think back to the full moon. The new moon. Think back to the new moon in Gemini. That was June 17th and what you were manifesting. Maybe you're like, I don't remember, but maybe you go back to your journal. Hopefully you keep a journal and you can see if any of your your wishes have come true, all right? What are we releasing this lunation? Gemini rules communication, the thoughts, the mind. It's a perfect time to let go of any mindsets that no longer serve you, okay? Gemini is the jack of all trades. Gemini has a wide variety of knowledge. They know everything. Hey, Genevieve. But tend to be a little superficial. Sagittarius is the professor, the sage, all right? So, where was I? Sagittarius wants to deep dive and know as much as they can on a topic. They want to be the guru, all right? So that's kind of the energy that we are leaning into. Gemini can be flighty. That's no shade to my Geminis. Also, again, being a little non-committal. Okay. Yes. Okay. I said go back to June and the new moon to think about what you were manifesting around then. And if any of your manifestations or your intentions have come true, or if you need to make adjustments, right? So This is like the cycle now. We had the new moon in Gemini in June. Now we're having the full moon. So this is the culmination of that new moon. All right. Gemini can be a little messy, right? Oh, well, let's ask ourselves, have you been non-committal when it comes to your goals, relationships, you know, or your responsibilities? Gemini could be a little messy, as I was just being messy, gossiping about Jay-Z. They can share information that they don't know to be sure, or they don't know for sure to be true, okay? So, oh, that's good, Slim. So you could go back and look. Let me know what happens. I have not been manifesting. Hey, Marciano. All right. Sagittarius. Akeem. You know what? I will talk to you after I finish that, before I go completely off topic and never finish this. After I finish this, rather. Okay, I'm talking about the full moon in Gemini. So pay attention as a Gemini rising. What was I saying? Okay, Sagittarius is seeking the truth. So maybe don't pass that rumor on without confirming it. Okay, what's the astro T? There's a lot in this full moon chart, all right? I'm manifesting sanity as well, because I definitely crashed out the other day. All right, the ruler of the moon is Mercury. Why? Because Gemini is ruled by Mercury. It's a Gemini full moon. Mercury is currently in Sagittarius, where it feels weakened. It's in its detriment. That means it's not strong. It's also retrograde, so communication is not crystal clear. It never really is with Mercury and Sag. Shout out to my Mercury and Sag people. But on the bright side, Mercury and Sag, hey Aria, is forming a trine with Mars and Leo. We love a trine. Both planets are retrograde. So maybe the energy is more internal, right? Okay. What is the energy? The communication and the ambition, they're working hand in hand. They are vibing with each other. There's actually a grand trine in the sky. I'm drawing a triangle because that's what a grand trine looks like. We have Mercury and Sag, the North Node in Aries, and Mars and Leo, and they're all working together, right? So we're feeling enthusiastic, energetic, and confident. We're ready to explore new horizons and make a change, all right? Take a chance. We're finally ready to go on that hero's journey. But hold up, Mars is retrograde, so slow your roll, okay? Oh, really? Somebody somewhere? Okay, I'm going to watch that. I need something to watch. All right. We are moving, though, towards spiritual growth and evolution with that North Node in Aries. All right. A trine is sweet, but then we got some spicy. There is a T-square in the sky. We have the sun in Sagittarius and the moon in, Gemini, forming a square to Neptune in Pisces. Okay, so that's giving confusing vibes. All right. We may be uncertain of what direction to take. Remember, all these energies are mutable signs. So mutable is changeable. Then Neptune is confusion. All right. We can be dreamy and delusional. We can just be low energy. All right. That can sometimes happen when the sun is square Neptune. Maybe we can't decipher fantasy from reality because Neptune is a trickster too. Neptune is the real villain, but you guys aren't ready to have that conversation. I said what I said. Now, I don't normally talk about inconjuncts or quincunx in the horoscope, but I am today because the sun in Sagittarius is going to be inconjunct or quincunx Uranus. Well, I don't know why I did a triangle. It's very close, like 14 minutes apart. What is that? It's a tense aspect, right? It's, 5 signs apart. They don't really have anything in common. They're not the same element or mode. It's like the odd couple, I like to say. All right, so Uranus, shocks and surprises, change and rebellion. The sun is our motivation, our aspirations, our dreams. When we have that quincunx, it's like these energies are not vibing. They don't even really know how to get on the same page. It's like food on a plate that we don't want to touch, okay? So we could feel the need to break out and break free, but then we might be resistant because we have like this image of ourselves. Hey, Tony, with, what was I saying? Sorry. We have this image of ourselves with the sun that we want to uphold, right? The sun is our ego. So we're like worried about, okay, well, I have to maintain this certain image. So we don't necessarily want to go and act crazy and wild like Uranus wants us to. So we could be more like embarrassed by some of the wild behavior that we're trying to engage in. All right, maybe finding a way to do something different without going off the rails is key. Yes, we're definitely going to be Delulu as, AF, okay? because of all the Neptune and the Sagittarius. Sagittarius is very delusional. We love you, Saggy, but Jupiter, okay, you know the vibes. Neptune is definitely the villain, because when Neptune was on my Venus, I was just thinking that these terrible trash men were actually Prince Charming. Sorry. All right, 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Okay, Tony, you're gonna be feeling it with your Sag Sun and Sag Moon. Mars in Leo is also forming an opposition to Pluto in Aquarius. Now this is building. It's exact on January 3rd. Mars is ambition. Pluto is power. Mars gets what it wants. I want to say by force and aggression. Pluto gets what it wants by manipulation and control. So these two facing up is chaos, all right? There can be personal power struggles that pop off. We could be ruthless and relentless, take the high road. Oh my gosh, really? That's crazy. Okay, I'm not going to read the comments. Slim, I'm going to address that after this. Jupiter in Gemini is also forming an opposition to Saturn in Pisces. Wait, no, not an opposition. Sorry, friend. A square. This is a square. I said opposition, Mercury retrograde. We're building towards that Jupiter square to Saturn. That's exact on Christmas Eve, all right? Jupiter wants to grow. Saturn wants to limit. How can we grow in ways that are sustainable and manageable? I kind of just talked about this. You ever seen a business scale too fast and then they have to turn around and they have to close stores because thank you, Cyan, because they have made too much expansion. They've grown too fast. It's too much Jupiter, not enough Saturn. Saturn is there. People think Saturn's the bad guy, but Saturn's going to keep everybody in check. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of water. All right. I'm going to start with Aries, and then I will ask all the questions. Answer all the questions in the chat. Okay. Aries, let's go. Secrets might surface for you, Ram, or long-awaited news finally hits your line. Yes, hit my line. Remember, Mercury retrograde and Neptune in a T-square with the sun and moon add a hazy filter to communication. So let's hold off on drawing any conclusions. If family ties seem a bit strained, host a holiday kickback to reconnect. If you're like, ain't nobody got time for that, I know that's right. Even a quick check-in call can lift a loved one's spirits. If something has been on your mind, it's the perfect moment to speak up or pin your thoughts into a personal proclamation. You like that? Okay. Aries mantra for the Gemini full moon. I speak from the heart with sincerity and honesty. Yes, and so it is. Taurus, what is security to you, bulls? Do you feel stable and provided for? If your answer is no, maybe it's time for new money avenues if an old income stream has slowed. Mercury and Mars, hey Becky, are retrograde still, so be patient if your budding venture is not an overnight success. Stick to a budget to avoid that holiday shopping hangover. Money and emotions go hand in hand. Let's clear financial blocks with abundance affirmation. Use the moon's energy to free yourself of clutter, creating space for prosperity to flow. Taurus mantra for the Gemini full moon. I trust in the universe to provide everything I need. And so it is. Gemini, is it time for a rebrand, twin? Yes. It doesn't have to be a new look. Maybe it's just you tapping in with your true self and letting your ideas be heard. Reflect on your goals and rewrite your personal mission statement. Who are you and what is your purpose on earth? If you're like, okay, that's too deep, just jot down the things you feel are holding you back from your best self so you can release them. It's time to say goodbye to doubts and negative thinking. Jupiter is in your sign, so tap in with that lucky streak. Thank you. Everybody keeps complimenting me with the blue. The first step to manifesting is believing you can. Yes, believe you can. Gemini mantra for the Gemini full moon. I am the architect of my destiny. Cancer. Buried memories are being drudged up from the past, Crabby, so you can finally heal them. Hey, Fred. Old wounds or grudges may resurface to let you know that you still need to move past those hurts. Solitude can be the solution. Time alone may bring breakthroughs. If something heavy is weighing on your heart, it's time to release it. You can't heal what you hide, so let those feelings flow and allow space for renewal. You don't want your mental health to take a toll on your physical health. Let your mind, body, and spirit be at ease. I love that. Cancer mantra for the Gemini full moon. I am in the process of healing and trust the journey. Leo, is your wish fulfilled, Lion? If your dream didn't come true yet, no worries. Mars is retrograde in your sign, so it's slow motion or maybe no motion. Is it time for new pursuits? It's a new year coming up. Let's go. Make some new goals. You might need new friend crews too. Maybe you break up with a community that you used to vibe with heavy. Not this community, though. I'm just kidding. You could feel called to give back. The holidays are the perfect time. Drop a few toys in the Toys for Tots box or organize a coat drive. Maybe even organize a meetup. Give back and meet new people. Leo mantra for the Gemini full moon. I choose friendships that inspire me to grow into my best self. Virgo, a work project may be wrapping up, Virgo, and there's a new assignment or even job revving up. Your career is the focus during the full moon. Recognition and professional opportunities may come your way, but what about the work-life balance? Are you working too hard? Yes, Virgos are always working too hard. You're an earth sign, so say yes. With the holidays approaching, maybe you need to take some PTO so you can spend time with your loved ones. You deserve rest. See, Becky? All right, with all the mutable energy in the sky and the retrograde, you may feel a bit off kilter. Take time for yourself. Dia, you never work too hard. I love that. I love that for you. As a Capricorn, I can't relate. All right, Virgo mantra for the Gemini full moon. I welcome new professional opportunities aligned with my true purpose. All right, Libra. Time to drop the beliefs that are outdated, Libra. You know, the ones that you're holding on to because you're not sure what you truly believe in. It's time to pick a side. No more back and forth. If you don't abide by what your family taught you, embrace what resonates with you spiritually or explore new philosophies. You can make your own rules, all right? While it's not the best time for a trip with Mercury fresh out of micro braids, it's time to plan adventures or keep the travel close to home. Maybe a quick road trip to the mountains or a new topic of study is just what you need to shift the energy. Yes, learn something new, Libra. You love to learn. Library. All right, Libra mantra for the Gemini full moon. Every experience helps me grow, and so it is. Scorpio, it's time to let go, Scorpio. You're holding on to dear life. You're holding on for dear life, excuse me, to old emotions, fears, and traumas. This full moon shines a light on those deep emotions so you can heal them. The first step is opening up. Vulnerability is the truest form of intimacy. Yes, it is. Trust your partner and open up to them or seek support from a therapist. We love therapy here, no shame. Release the shame. See, it's holding you back from floating light and free like a butterfly. It's a good time to heal any money wounds as well and take an honest look at your shared resources. Scorpio mantra for the Gemini full moon. I embrace my transformation and I rise stronger every day. Yes, you're the phoenix rising from the ashes, Scorpio. Sagittarius. Okay. Relationships, romantic, platonic, and professional, are in the spotlight. You might feel like bonding deeper or breaking up. There's probably no in between. You could need to have the talk with someone because of some information that is revealed to you. Remember, Mercury is retrograde and elusive Neptune is in the mix. So maybe you don't have all the information you need to make a proper conclusion. Yes. If there's a conflict between your boo, bro, or business associate, it's time for a compromise. Yes, compromise, Saggies. Sagittarius mantra for the Gemini full moon. I attract authentic connections that nurture my soul. I love that for you. Capricorn, let's break those bad habits, Cappies. Or maybe it's time to break up with your schedule. How can you run the day and not have the day run you? I know that's right. Are you on the verge of burnout? Yes. Okay. Schedule rest in your daily routine. If Mars, the planet of ambition, is slowing down, so can you with your goal-oriented self. I know that's right. Maybe it's not about logging more miles on the treadmill and working up a sweat, but adding yoga and meditation into your workout routine for inner peace. Baby steps toward better routines can lead to lasting changes and a healthier lifestyle. Add that yoga. Capricorn mantra for the Gemini full moon. Every day I grow stronger, healthier, and more balanced. Let's go. Aquarius, it's time for new passions and maybe some new romantic pursuits, Aquas. What makes you happy? Let's dial into that. Maybe you finally finish your screenplay, your sculpture, or your EP, and it's time for something new, all right? Whatever you're doing, make sure it brings you pleasure while you're doing it. I know that's right. How about revisiting that hobby from childhood, the one you used to love so much? Express yourself without fear. Fun and joy are the goals. Yes, we don't care how it looks or what it looks like. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you have children, maybe you introduce them to a new creative activity. If you are human kid-free, introduce your inner child to that activity or some art therapy. Aquarius mantra for the Gemini full moon. I express myself with freedom and joy. And so it is. Hey, free Pisces, free yourself, free from the family drama, Pisces. Let go of what happened in the past. And if you can't let go, then book a therapy session. We love to talk about therapy and get to the root of the generational trauma. You might be thinking of moving to a new city or home. If you're happy with where you're currently living, then it could be time to redecorate, renovate, or even reconnect with a loved one by having them come visit. Conversations with family members could clear lingering tensions, paving the way for healing. I love that. Release emotional and physical clutter to refresh your space and your spirit. Pisces mantra for the Gemini full moon. Healing begins at home, and I welcome it with open arms. Thank you, everyone.